if your students don't know binary, and my students are mostly terrified of math because the American education system tortures them around 4th grade and they get scared of math and never look at it again. One of my big things is always encouraging them to go back and take another look and learn it in a way that isn't so cruel. So binary, and if you teach Cisco networking, students don't know binary, and they really have to know binary for that. So here's nibbles. I found this to be the best way to do it. The main lesson I learned from the Khan Academy is you have to give them one small lesson, and they have to practice until they've got it. And then usually wait till another day, and then do one small lesson and practice till they got it. So one thing that works is to do this at the end of each lecture for like 5 minutes. And after a few weeks, they've got it without having to ever suffer or feel stupid. So, base 10, 147 is 100 and 4 tens and 7. So you got the ones, tens, and hundreds place. But in base 2, you only have 0 and 1. So you got the ones, twos, and fours place. And so you can count to 7 with 3 bits. 111 is as high as you can go. And if you have 4 bits, you have 1s, 2s, 4s, and 8s. So there are 16 nibbles. And there they are, the highest one being 15, and the lowest one is 0. And so there are games here where they just have to practice these. So this is 7, 1 plus 2 plus 4. And that's 1, and that's 2. And when you get 10 in a row correct, you'll get a flag to put in the scoring engine. So I wrote that one, and there's a few other ones. I have one for bytes and one for hexadecimal, and I had a few others for other things like subnetting, but for the general hacking, I thought was enough. And then one of my students emailed me and he said, hey, it's easy to cheat on those games. Those games are just running in JavaScript in a local machine. And I said, you're right. So I made a version where you have to do 200 reps because I figured that would frustrate people, so they cheat. So these ones, you have to cheat. And you have to use inspect, view the source code, and insert JavaScript to print out the flag and things like that. Although when I showed this to like a room of college teachers like this, there were people actually doing 200 correct. I said, no, I made it 200 to be ridiculous in the hopes that you would rebel and cheat. So anyway, that gets them in the right attitude, I think. And then students can compare their various cheating techniques. There are many ways to cheat at these JavaScript games. So how about people who are base 27? Well, I don't know those base 27, but I know Bitcoin is base 58. And that was fun. I have some CodeWise programming that in assembly code and stuff. So, yep, the bases are interesting. Anyway, so that's one thing for people who don't know binary. And I taught a cryptography class at a B-Sides in San Francisco, and all anybody wanted to do was the binary games. I had all this advanced stuff, but that's all they wanted. So anyway, then we've already talked about Linux Journey. And I made a project where people just practice some Linux command line commands. Or some questions here to ask them about it. All right. I tried to make a few of these to get them started. Yeah, base 8? Yeah, I used Octal long ago. All right. And so once you've got a... so I'm going to stop this one. That was about the binary games.